Hey all, Russ here, RVerTV, welcome. Check it out. This is Parker Dam Road. We just left takeoff point in the mighty Parker Dam itself. Creates Lake Havasu. This is such a pretty ride. We're on the California side. Colorado River. Colorado River is also the California-Arizona state line. There is all kinds of RV resorts on this side. It's about a 18-mile stretch from the dam to where the bridge crosses over to go into Parker, Arizona itself. Picture perfect weather. 80 degrees, no wind. This should be just one pretty drive. Okay, right here on the left, it's called Cable Car. It's a day use area. I stop here often. We'll make this our first stop. So what do you say? Let's check out Parker Dam Road, California side. Look at this tree. Now this thing is huge. Wow, they've done a lot of trimming on it. Cutting out all that looks like the dead branches. How old do you think that is? That's been here hundreds of years. Has to be. Talk about a selfie location. You want some cool selfie shots. You could stand on that big limb that goes across. Heck, that's a big tree trunk anymore. Then also, even the bark on this thing. Look how thick that is. Pretty cool, huh? I don't know, I noticed stuff like this. Right here in the mighty Colorado, all the storms. I mean, this was here when they built the dam, that's for sure. What, 90 years ago? That could be its own artwork. Cool. Anyway, here's the mighty Colorado River. Boater paradise. All these resorts, both sides of the river, they all have, most of them have their own boat launch, marinas, ski central. Cold water though, that's pretty cold water. Even though you're in the mighty desert. I used to bring my old doggie down here all the time. Let her run. She loved it here. Right up there, they call that Big Bend. I wonder why. Big Bend in the river, huh? You talk about trails, though, they go way back in there. Back in the old days, they had mules. When they built the aqueduct, that's back in there. Mines, silver mines, all kinds of things happen in these hills. We'll stop down the road, that old town crossroads. There's a look at one of the resorts, and way across the river, that's Parker Dam, the town. You can see that that's on the Arizona side, that big resort. They got their own little boat marina. Isn't this gorgeous? Well, let's keep right on trucking. We got a lot more to see. Once again, this is called Cable Car Day Use Area. If you get a chance, check it out. Burros hang around down here too. A lot of times you'll see burros. I heard they're trying to get them off the highway though. Too many of them get hit. So I think the government's hauling them out of here. Here's one of these huge RV resorts. This is that Big Bend. Right up here to the right. Actually, I'll pull in. There's sand dunes. There's off-road vehicle parking. You can haul your buggy in here. Right here, it's called Copper Basin. Off-highway vehicle areas. In California, they've got different laws. It's not like Arizona. You can't drive your buggy on the road. Wow, they changed it. Used to be a restroom here and stuff. But these low ledges here, you can back up to them and unload your buggy out of a pickup and stuff like that. But these trails go way back. All over. But once again, make sure you check the California laws for off-roading. They do have different ones. You can get a ticket, not like Arizona. There's another look. Straight down, that's that parking area we were just in. Then you can see the trails. Now some of that land up in there is private too though, because of the aqueduct. You can't go all the way in here, but off this direction you can see the dunes. What a perfect day. Clear blue sky, no wind. There's a big part of the dunes here. You know, the river flooded way back before they dammed it up. It used to flood a mile or two wide. And then straight off over these little hills here, it's a resort called Echo Lodge. I stayed there a couple times. You can park your RV within 20 feet of the water. There's Echo Lodge. And then hike these little trails here. You can, a lot of people go up, put flags on top of the hill. Pretty darn cool and pretty here. Yeah, we'll just keep right on rolling. I want to drive out farther. Once we get past Parker, we're going to go all the way out through Vidal Junction and pick up US Highway 95 South. We're going to look for old homestead of Wyatt Earp. I thought that'd be kind of cool. I seen it online. I knew about it, but never stopped. Once again, today we're going to stop. What do you say? Getting pretty close to the water off to the left. That's called Bullfrog Day Use Area. Used to stop there too. I've been coming up in here for, oh goodness, over 15 years. And all the resorts kind of stay the same, like right there on the left. Those are all park models. I think there's a restriction on when you stay here, you can't live permanently. Look at all the green grass they have there. Of course, they got the water. That's at Sundance Resort, I believe. Yep, Sundance. I think you can only live 6.5 months, and then you have to leave. Then you can come back. It's part of the rules of being here. Ooh, you know what? There is a visitor center. I don't know if it's open. Right here to the left. Let's find out. Right here. Called Rock House Visitor Center. Because all this property, I believe, is leased. You can't own it. It's owned by the Corps Engineers, state and government and all that stuff. Look at that, they got camp host here. And I don't think it's open. No one's here. Well, what do you say? Let's take a break. We'll take a little walk. Wow, it's starting to heat up. There's restrooms. I got a boat launch here. In this little visitor center, they used to have like a few artifacts. People will hunt around here for artifacts and find like old dishes and things from back when the workers were building the dam, because they camped right along the river's edge. Closed. Oh, darn it. Well, there it is. Yeah, we're just not here and the hours are open. Cool, but back here's restrooms. Pretty good access. Great day use area for picnicking. Plus boating if you want to launch your boat. Here you go. Big parking lot. Well, I'll try to get back here maybe in the springtime when it's open, because it is a pretty cool little visitor center with all the artifacts. But there was thousands of workers that used to camp along through here. There's also a big government BLM office up in Lake Havasu. They got artifacts in that one too. I'll have to stop in there again. Good place to get maps. Alright, to the van we go. Next stop, we'll stop up here at Crossroads. There's some old ruins from when the town was up here. In these storage buildings, almost all these big resorts have storage. I used to store a trailer in there, a travel trailer, during the summer. Would bring it up from quartzsite. At least it was inside storage. The sun will destroy things here in the summertime. But you can see it, I mean, it's over a mile long. Hundreds and hundreds of units. Big dollars here, very big dollars. Right here off to the right, we're gonna stop. This is basically what's left of an old ghost town called Crossroads. This was the main hub for all the workers. There's some storyboards up here. Then that old building across the street, what's left of it. Right there was the main street. There was buildings all over. Thousands of people lived here. But at least they preserved this much of it. It's definitely heating up. October in the desert. Here's a little history. Roughnecks ruled. Crossways and crossroads. I guess this was pretty lawless here. A lot of killings. Not much law enforcement. Workers that worked on the dams back in the 30s. There you can see the outline of this town that was here. The Mercantile Company in 1933. Post office was here. That sign across the street tells you more. I'll walk over there. But right here it all took place. Now it's just a little side stop in the road. And more about the past. That's about the Blythe and Taglias. We'll have to check those out this winter. Not today, but I'll make it back there. I haven't been there for a few years. Huge, ancient artwork in the desert floor. Kind of incredible, really. Okay, here's the sign. It really tells you about this area in the 30s. 3,000 people, 5 grocery stores, restaurants, pool hall, barbershop, beauty shop, mortuary. Even had a bowling alley, gas stations. all kinds of stuff. And now it's just a bunch of RV resorts. And this building here kept going until what, 1973? It was the post office and everything. Right here's where the gas pumps were. What's the old saying? If those walls could talk. Still got the brick and the block. Well, like I said earlier, thank goodness they're saving history here. The way all this was developed through here. Wonder who walked through those doors. Maybe Wyatt Earp himself. And oh yeah, the tree. We looked at that one up at Cable Car. Look at this thing. Now you can stand right underneath it and hold your hands up like you're holding up the whole tree. You talk about a selfie. There you go. Hundreds of years old and still growing. There's still greenery on it. Isn't that cool? Alright, well, what do you say? We'll keep right on rolling. Cool little stop. A lot of people just drive past here and never even know what it was. This looks like an old building still standing. Straight off there, that's called Crossroads BLM Campground. You can camp there for like 10 bucks a night with a senior discount, like $5. Camp right on the water. No hookups, it's all dry camp. Right nestled in with all the different resorts. Aren't those things huge? Then straight across, once again, that's Arizona and the mighty Colorado River. Look at that boat going up there. It looks like a little white dot. La Paz County Park's on the other side over there, and that golf course, Emerald Cove. And trails. As far as you can see, nothing but off-road trails. But keep in mind, you're in California. You got to go by their off-road rules. It's not Arizona. It's different. There's that main street. That was the main street of Crossroads. Everything's gone now. Except the area where the road was. Well, cool. We made it through most of the resorts here. Next stop will be Earp, California. For only 18, 20 miles long, it's just scenic. You can spend an entire day, and I have so many times driving through here. The only lodge I ever stayed at was, once again, at Echo Lodge RV Resort. And that was quite a few years ago. It's kind of nice if you're tired of the dust and everything down in Quartzsite. Come up here like in February, March. Usually you can get in these places pretty easy. Then right up the road here, it's called Earp, after the famous Wyatt Earp, California. And it's directly across from Parker, Arizona, right across the Colorado. There's that massive mobile home park when you cross over. Straight off, there's Parker, the town itself. That resort down below, that was abandoned, shut down just a few years ago. And there's the railroad bridge. That's also starts Highway 62, which we're going to take. We'll continue on through California. Go up, catch US 95. That bridge has been in movies. But here's the town of Earp. It's like a post office and a couple buildings. I guess apparently he had silver mines up in the hills. That would have been back in the early 1900s. And here's the stop sign. We made it through Parker Dam Road. This is where it ends. Then Highway 62 starts from here. And these buildings are not used for much. Now, right next to the post office, I won't stop, but you can kind of see it. The post office is that little white building on the left. There's the grave of Wyatt Earp, which is really not his real grave, but they got a little headstone there. And that's what the town's named after. Got its own zip code and everything. Cool. What do you say? Let's go find his old homestead. Right here is, they call it Big River, California. To the left here, if you make a left, it's about 3-4 miles down to the town of Big River itself, which is right along the Colorado, and it's also Indian reservation. There is a couple RV parks down there. Now you see this power line pole to the right, and that little sign where that truck is. That's actually 14-day free camping. That's BLM land. You can camp there. That's dispersed camping. Then also up here a little farther to the right. Right in here on both sides of the road you can disperse camp. So it's free camping. You're only a few miles from Parker. Pretty cool. Which I have stayed out here. They claim that the Wyatt Earp mine, it'd be off to the right up in the hills. His silver mines were up in there. Also the California Aqueduct. Matter of fact, you know, there's a place up here a little farther. We can stop and actually see the aqueduct. You want to do that? You see the cell tower on the left? That's a good place to get sunset photos right there. I've done that. In case you haven't noticed, I've been out here a couple times. Okay, it should be right up here to the right. Here it is. Easy to miss. But this is also BLM. It's day use, I believe. Out through here, you can do. They got trails, but also we'll see the aqueduct here too. There's their sign for day use. You know, the pack it in, pack it out, that kind of thing. Now, it's been a while since I've been here. Last time I was out here, this thing was empty. Of course, they drain it for maintenance. They work on it. They clean it out. It gets full of dirt and crud and mud and all that. But this aqueduct flows all the way along Highway 62, clear across the Mojave Desert. Then they pump it over mountains. I think it's called Iron Mountain. Hey, there's water. We say we'll check it out a sec. There it is. They're flowing water. This comes straight out of Lake Havasu, Colorado River. This one of them, they got a few. And that goes all the way across the Mojave Desert. Either by gravity or by pump. Quite a feat of engineering. Now this dirt road here, you can go way out. I've drove the van up there a little ways once. It's pretty rough. But there's your mighty California aqueduct with actual water in it. There you can see some of it's above ground, some of it's below. That's how they get the gravity feed. Huge pipes they buried. Absolutely incredible when I see this thing. Then out here, here's your off-road trails. They go way back up in those mountains. Long ways up through here. Be perfect for jeeping if you had a Jeep. In that direction down there will be US Highway 95 and the inspection station we got to go through. Speaking of which, what do you say? We'll keep on trucking. Kind of a cool little pit stop. If you're looking for a little bit of area to explore, if you're out and about from Quartzsite or Parker, it's kind of fun to drive out here. Alright, back on Highway 62. 62, you can take this all the way across Mojave Desert. You end up going through 29 Palms and end up at Palm Springs, actually. For more information on my travels, be sure to check out my website, RVerTV.tv. There you can sign up for the free newsletter. I'm putting one out twice a month now. Also at RVerTV.tv is the merch store. Got all kinds of cool stuff, hats, t-shirts, coffee mugs. Christmas is coming up, might make you a good gift. Help support the channel in future videos just like this one. We come across Parker Dam Road and also the aqueduct, and we're on our hunt to go find Wyatt Earp's old house. Alright, this is the California inspection station. They got them all at ports of entry. They ask you if you have any fruits or vegetables with you. They're always looking for insects. They've been doing this forever, as long as I can remember. Alright, let's get through it. Then we're going to make a left. This is also the junction of Highway 95 here at Vidal Junction. Alright, make a left. There's actually a gas station here. This is kind of the oasis of the desert. If you need fuel, you're going to pay the price, but they got it here. Plus you can camp. I've seen people overnight here camp. These big lots. No one ever says anything. Truckers use it. There is 62. You can actually see the aqueduct just above the inspection station there. It crosses under the highway. Their workers actually live. They got housing there. What a desolate place to work, though. My goodness. And it gets hot here. Oh, here. This is the heart of the Mojave Desert. Then also 95, that'd take you all the way up to Needles. Those mountains up there, that'd be Needles, California. And there's your look across the Mojave Desert, Highway 62, and you can see that white line. That is the aqueduct going across through there in a big railroad track. Alright, we're only going to do about 6 miles down here, and we're going to go find Wyatt Earp's old homestead. That was Vidal Junction we just passed through at the inspection station, and this will be actually a little town called Vidal, which I've driven past here, and there ain't nothing here except old beat up abandoned buildings. But a while back, there's the railroad track crossing. Okay, we should make a left. But a while back, I seen a YouTube video. Someone stopped here. And the house is really in good shape. You can see all the old concrete pads. There's an abandoned gas station. And it should be this street here. Bet they were just checking it out. Alright. There ain't nothing here except snakes, scorpions, and us. Oh, there it is. No kidding. All painted and fixed up. And there's the plaque. I'll be darned. Alright, let's check her out. This place was actually owned by Wyatt Earp and his wife. Here's the plaque. Oh wow, that is so hard to read. They owned this from for about 3 years, from 1920. It was the only home Wyatt Earp ever owned outright is right here. I'll be darned. Sorry, that is really hard to read. That sun and dust and sand got to it. Isn't that something? Wonder who saved it. Someone has to own it. There's security cameras on it. Picnic tables. But this town of Vidal, I mean, maybe people live here. Still got power lines running around. I'll be darned. Well, there you go. There's history. And they're saving it. Wyatt Earp's old homestead. Right here in the ghost town called Vidal. Probably back in the day when the railroad was popular, you could take the railroad over to California. Yeah, all the trees are dead. That's one busy highway too, Highway 95. Goodness. That is a trucker route that you can go from I-10 clear up to I-40. Huh. Well, I heard about it. Now we've seen it. Matter of fact, I think these dirt roads will take you over to the backside of Big River. I'll be darned. One last look. If you want to know what a ghost town looks like, this is it. I better turn around. It looks like someone lives at this place. All the water tanks. Oh, look, they got Halloween stuff out. Somebody lives there. Not too many, though. Old tires laying along the road. Yeah, this is hardcore desert living here. Okay, let me get turned around. I just can't believe the condition of it out here. 'Cause there's nothing else. Very good condition. Hey, you want to go check out that old gas station real quick? All abandoned. This thing's held together with the spray paint. You would think gas stations would do okay as busy as the road is, but probably not. Probably way before the interstates were built. Shotgun shells. Oof. Yeah, this thing's held together with paint. I'll be darned. All the graffiti right along the railroad. My goodness. So there you go. If you want to see something abandoned in a ghost town, this is Vidal. Along with Wyatt Earps' old homestead. That's incredible. I have to remember this. There's a little better look at it. Yeah, that's the nicest place out here. There has to be people living in a few of these homes. Then there's the railroad track, which that goes straight over to Parker. Old water tank. And as far as you can see, absolutely nothing. Here's your Mojave Desert. You're right in the middle of it. Right here is called Agnes Wilson Road. This is going to take us straight back into Arizona. We're just skirting right along the Colorado River here. There's actually a pretty good little cut through. Most people don't know about this bridge. It's kind of a back way into Parker and all that. Because I'm heading back down to Quartzsite. And check it out, we're only about 4 miles off of US 95. This is the Colorado River right here. Got a little 2-lane bridge. And we're crossing straight back into Arizona. Mainly used by farmers. There's no inspection stations, nothing here. I mean, there's your Colorado River. Isn't this cool? Right in the middle of the desert. Alright, and guess what? Welcome. We're right back in Arizona, where we belong. What a fun trip today. I've really enjoyed this. I mean, with the weather being so perfect, we're near the end of October, Halloween's coming up. You just can't beat the weather this time of year here in the desert. It's absolutely perfect. Boy, they had a lot of graffiti on the roads and that bridge there too. And this road here, to the left, would take you straight into Parker. To the right, this drops you straight down into Ehrenberg. We skirt right along the Colorado River, a little town up here called Post, and we did it. What a great little trip today. Next stop, Quartzsite. Journey continues. Talk soon.